It's not an AMA, short recap about the games. This is a play-by-play. No Instagram, these holograms. Boy, these ain't the same. This South Harmon, you know we do things a different way. We got in the room, come join the team, but don't be in the way. Stay tuned, join that Patreon, we do giveaways. Make nutted than ATM, you know they on a different wave. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, pick a day. This South Harmon, you know that we glad you here today. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. This not an AMA. Short recap about the games. This is the play-by-play.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. What's up, everybody? Sunday recap. We are live. Adam's rocking the Santa hat. He's also rocking the jersey of one man who delivered a hell of a semifinal gift.
Welcome
Adam
to the South Harmon recap show.
Bam. You know?
Morgan Freeman.
That's him. That's exactly who that was, you know?
Morgan Freeman's on the show.
Just letting you know what time it is, who it is. Mike, let me ask you, do you feel in your matchups at least like you had a Morgan Freeman style performance today, or where are you at? Talk to the people.
So I've only looked at 2 lineup leagues, right? I'll get to all my best ball ones. You know, best ball. Tougher to tell. 2 lineups. Looking good. Looking good. Looking real good. Think we're doing all right.
Yep. Mike, let me ask you a question here. I'm looking for a sportsmanship question, okay? You're up 148 to 146.5. Literally the only thing that could hurt me there is if Rico Dottle fumbles his only carry and he gets hurt. Do you go ahead and pull the starters, or do you leave them out there?
I'm pulling the starters, man.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I feel like too. I want no bad blood, you know, no Taylor Swift in the building, you know.
I don't want to risk it, right? If that's that close, Adam, and I'm good. The one thing that couldn't happen usually happens to me. So
for sure.
Yeah, sorry, Rico going to the bench.
All right, I got to do it now because it's Sunday recap here. You know, like we'll be started. All right, okay. No, the only reason I asked, the only follow-up is, are you worried about some kind of a crazy stat correction coming back to bite you too?
Nah, you should be eyed on that front.
Okay. Two points? 2 points get you?
That's a pretty big one.
I'm with you. All right. Let's go ahead and do it, man. I also like, one of my favorite things to do now is when I do that, Mike, I text them, tell them the good game, you know, because people love to hear good game when they lose. And I say, I felt like I did the right thing. I pulled my starters.
Pull your starters. Pull them.
All right. We pulled Rico. Let me ask you, Mike. I know you weren't watching a lot today. You were on the road traveling.
Family Christmas, man.
Family Christmas. Here's what I want to know. Michael Penix from the people here. How did we feel about his debut? I personally felt pretty good. Fizz is the only thing that got in the way of Michael Penix, Mike. Michael Penix has an interception that was literally only because Kyle Pitts couldn't reel it in and then threw it up in the air, you know? So
can't catch. The one thing I did to make sure while at Family Christmas is pull up Twitter and just see any Michael Penix plays.
So you already seen this, okay?
Yeah, saw that Kyle Pitts can't catch for shit. He just can't catch for shit.
Oh, it's just infuriating, you know, because Penix, his stat line doesn't look all that impressive, but he had great command of the football. His interception was not because of him, and it was a day where they didn't really need passing touchdowns. Also, let's go ahead and get to it, man. Drake London left the game with a hammy. Definitely probably was not the gift that everybody was hoping for, you know. This was a gift to other teams, though. This was a gift if you're playing them. He left with 5, I believe, for 59.
Yep. Poor Drake London, man. Finally gets the quarterback upgrade. Can't finish the game. Damn it.
Yeah, it was less than stellar, you know.
True, if you're leaving the game and you can't come back because of a hamstring in week 16.
Yeah. Like
probably not seeing him in week 17.
Well, that was actually going to be my question. I don't think it's hard to say for sure, but obviously there's a chance where they're playing the freaking Giants, and he's like, hey, let's just exercise some caution,
And
However,
they're blowing the Giants up,
the Giants are – we'll get to that. We'll barely get to that. The Giants are absolutely atrocious. But I guess here's the thing. Mike, are you – when you look at the Falcons, right, they have an easy schedule. I believe they play the Commanders next week. We'll get to that. J-Day continues to impress. Are you worried about the potential of that matchup for anything other than just fireworks? I think that's going to be electric, that matchup.
If it's down one Drake London, it'll put a little bit of a
little hamper.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, though, in best ball, man, Mooney and McLeod all of a sudden are big boosts, I'm not going to say big boosts, but they could be boosts.
And maybe if you survive with Kyle Pitts, maybe he'll do something next week.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He will. He will give you an absolute fucking interception.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I mean, when you look on the other side of the ball, though, Mike, in this game, the woeful Giants, brother. Like,
can't do nothing.
Drew Lock, terrible. Tyrone Tracy, 7 carries, 26 yards. Neighbors,
thank God he
768. Yeah, he did.
Touchdown.
Yeah, he did. Let's go ahead and put the kid up. He did catch a touchdown. Nothing was to be had through the ground. Not much to be had through the air, too. He had the only touchdown on the day for the Giants. They lost 34-7. Got that ass absolutely tapped, my friend.
Poor boys. It's a bad year for the G-Men. Bad year for the G-Men. You see that Schefter this morning? I did catch that. It was like, maybe the Eagles want to throw this game versus
yeah.
throw this game. They want the Giants to get a stupid win just to drum them up in draft spot. Out of the top 5. So the quarterback search continues again.
Yep.
That's some 4D chess bullshit right there. I love it. I love the bet he did.
Dude, how can you not? I mean, let's listen, let's go ahead and we'll talk about the honestly, I kind of want to just skip over the Browns too, but so we will, or do you want to talk about the Browns game at all?
We can talk about that. Joe Burrow continues to throw 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately, Chase Brown didn't continue his run of 20 points.
He didn't. It's
that sucked. But
yep.
Chase T. Higgins scored a touchdown, and best ball Yoshi Voss. He got one.
Yep.
Nice.
Yoshi Voss was a best ball darling. T. Higgins, touchdown. Chase Brown, to your point, man. What was that about? Damn it. Kind of sucked, huh? And Jamar Chase, in case you were worried, free play Browns at the end of the game. He shouldn't have had a touchdown, but he did. And alas,
he got one.
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow stack bites people in the ass one more time, just one more time when they shouldn't have.
Tight end premium leagues, David Njoku did enough to be relevant, so that was nice.
Sure, he sure did.
I didn't have him in any lineups, even though I do roster him. I just didn't feel good about it. And with traveling, I wasn't taking the risk of a 0 in the championship, so I went with Dalton Schultz yesterday. But
hey, great play too, by the way, huh? Great play too, by the way.
DTR just absolutely nuked Jerry Jeudy. just fucking.
This blow up is dead. All right. People were thinking DTR looked like he was gonna be injured and leave early on. The excitement, Mike, was back. Is Winston gonna do it? Is he gonna be him? No. Whole offense honestly kind of went to that level. I will say, I guess. Njoku, to your point, though, is probably the piece here that mattered the most. I will say, and I don't have one queued up, but Jerome Ford ended up having a nice little day, too.
Surprisingly, even though they were getting mollywopped, 66-yard run will help your final stat line.
What should we have expected here? Everything flipping on its head. The run game is going to be the only game, and that's literally what happened today,
What a terrible game. Battle for Ohio. Blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Caleb Williams, Mike, and the Bears. Let's go ahead and get to that game. The Bears, they got mollywopped 34-17.
It seems to happen a lot when teams play the Lions, don't it?
Yeah, the Lions are a problem at 13-2. Caleb actually had a decent day. I will say what the surprise was, or I don't even know if you want to call it a surprise, but what today's big performance from the Bears side is Keenan Allen. If you paid up and you overpaid like we saw in that trade show, Mike, Damn it.
It worked out.
Damn it. There's no way he didn't. He did not disappoint. If you paid up for Keenan Allen, 9 catches, 141, and a touchdown. Keenan Allen's probably been, in this whole offense, I would say, Mike, the most unpredictable thing in fantasy football. However, not every week, but some weeks they have a meaningful piece that's just going to absolutely be a problem, you know?
Goes ham, man. We should have known when we were kind of like poo-poo in that one. We were setting ourselves up for failure. Keenan watches. Big avid watcher of the trade show.
Mike, I played this guy. George says I'm an absolute fool for playing Patrick Taylor today. He doesn't get a hologram. He just doesn't. He will not. And I will say,
Skip. No, you didn't, Skip. Skip. Whoa.
I played him in one league, Mike, and I will tell you, somehow it ended up being close. I played him over Jerome Ford, and I don't deserve to be in the championship because of that, you know?
Nobody asked me my opinion on that one. He's poop.
I mean, Mike, I didn't think Patrick Taylor was particularly good. I just thought this Browns offense might not do anything. I mean, to be fair, they didn't. It wasn't like a horrible take other than just that Patrick Taylor, just regardless of team, should not be starting.
Man, I think I got about the same number of fantasy points as Patrick Taylor, didn't I? Pretty close.
Hey, listen, this is what should be known as a gift, Mike. Jahmyr Gibbs. Honestly, I thought it might be a bigger day, and that's wishful make-believe type shit. But 23 carries, 109 yards, had the backfield seemingly to himself. He also had 4 catches for 45 yards through the air. So
25 burger in the
25 is a.
Thank you, Jahmyr.
The only person he didn't beat, which in a couple matchups I played, I was surprised, Mike. I had Jahmyr Gibbs going in every relevant fantasy matchup I had today. I had him in every one of them. It was great until I played the only running back that beat him on the week in one fucking place. 45 burger, you know. So that matchup was cooked. But aside from that, man, you got to love what you saw from Jahmyr Gibbs today.
A lot of running backs. Well north of 20 this week. Patrick Taylor, not one of them.
Not even near the relevance, right?
Not one of them.
Jameson Williams is sometimes just a menace, you know?
He is a great best ball wide receiver. Pretty awesome.
Goodness gracious. That as soon as I saw that long touchdown early from Goff, I'm like, it's going to be one of them, isn't it? It's going to be a JMO leading the Lions offense in, I think, points. He was close to Gibbs, but I think finished a little bit ahead, right, in PPR?
Yeah. Do you think with JMO?
Yeah.
I mean, you and I were way out on him. But he's done enough this year to like bring people back. His dynasty rankings, again, climbing to stupid spots.
Yeah, of course.
Can we treat him like Jordan Addison, or do you still think he's not as consistent as Jordan Addison?
I would say he's not. I would say he's a little, like, I would put him a tier below, but same concept. Same concept. Poor man's Addison, right?
Poor man's Addison? If people are going to pay rich man Addison prices for him, are you sending him away?
Can I tell you the truth, though? I don't have anything left, so.
True. But for the people.
But for the people, this is what I'll actually say, Mike. If I had JMO shares, like, he is a perfect, like, honestly, he's become the quintessential perfect best ball wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Shoddy B has somehow, all the guys that we were ready to write off completely, this is what you get. And you shouldn't be mad about it. It's great. Let me ask you, aside from that, Amon-Ra actually had a good day. It just wasn't, Jameson Williams. Anything else from this matchup? Dude, did you see I should ask you. I know you weren't watching, but did you see the highlight of the Sam Laporta play?
The stumble. The stumble.
Absolutely diabolical they pulled that off, man.
Fake the fumble, stumble.
Absolutely diabolical. And Maddie talked about this a while back. They have to gimmick Sammy Ballgame into these touchdowns. It's kind of crazy to look at how many of these trick plays he's ended up on the receiving end of a touchdown for, you know?
Yep. And the answer to should you have picked up Craig Reynolds this week was who gives a shit?
Yeah, fair.
He'll get that money roll. No, he won't.
Stop it. 4 carries, 18 yards. He he likely still did not make your best ball rosters unless you are absolute dog shit.
And fuck you, DeAndre Swift and the Bears, for not being able to run the football.
Fair. Let's go to. Listen, this is an actual gift. Bryce Young, buddy. Bryce Young. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Mike, this guy. The other thing too, I want to talk about this. I don't know if people. They probably didn't have this one queued up as far as watching. It ended up being an overtime game. They win versus the Cardinals, 36-30. But Bryce Young on the ground is a guy. Like we thought it was going to be Kyler, right? Wait a minute.
Konami Bryce.
Listen, Mike, if you look at the stat lines, they're extremely close. But Bryce took less carries to get 5 more yards than Kyler Murray. 8 carries, 63 and a touchdown for Kyler. Bryce, 5 carries, 68 and a touchdown. Bryce Young sneaking his way up into very big relevance at the perfect time for teams today, you know?
Absolute treasure. Absolute treasure for all those people who panic sold and I panic bought.
Yep. And Mike, you talked about this. The big AMA disagreement was Bryce Young, and it was more so just that all these quarterbacks are getting to be a problem. He is not one, though. And I'll tell you this. Listen. Ching. This one here, this one was felt through the wave. The Chuba, the big Chuba, the Chuba, 25 carries, $152, 2 touchdowns. Now, if you didn't get a bye, he may have cost you last week. But, buddy, if you did get past, you want to talk about deliverance? Let's talk about deliverance. This is a guy that just carried some teams to the next round. Absolutely carried some teams to the next round.
Love it, man. And just think about it. If this Bryce Young thing continues to progress in the offseason, no Jonathan Brooks for the foreseeable future, especially in the early part of 2025. Could we have a little bit of a dangerous, exciting Panthers offense? Like, huh? Spearheaded by one Chuba Hubbard.
I'll say the team, I think, still needs a lot. However, it can be a very fantasy fun option next year, which I think, if we're being honest, it's scary this year. Or we were scared at this point in the season if next year was even going to be anything, too. Yeah. Listen, Jalen Coker, oh, man. Buddy, he could have had more, and he didn't have much. Let's say that. 2 for 8. Well, he had I'm pretty sure it was like a bad drop, but Mike, 2 for 8. All the best ball darlings that had him last week, and listen, I'll be honest, I have a decent amount of him just because I got him off waivers. But Mike, 2 for 8 is bad, buddy. Bad to the bone.
I feel for those people who went into this semifinal week in lineup leagues and started Jalen Coker based off of last week, and they probably benched a pretty decent wide receiver to do it.
Listen, shout out to Gut, okay? I want to shout out to Gut, my boy over at BDGE. He loses to Jack by less than 4 with Jalen Coker in the lineup, and a lineup start 10, my friend.
No.
Oh,
Devastation.
buddy. It's
You know, every time somebody asks us one of those start sits, and it's always like an off-the-wall name like Jalen Coker versus a like tried and true player, and I always tell them the same thing: throw the fucking stats out the fucking window. Who
can you stomach?
Stud,
right.
If that stud is sitting on your bench and does something, and this unheralded dud gets you a 0 burger, you're going to be absolutely fucking sick to your stomach. I'm going down swinging with the girls that brought me. You know what I mean?
So Jaylen Warren, we'll get to, but had 14.2, his best day. Even Pop Douglas beat him. That was all on the bench. Just a tough break. But listen,
hate to see it.
On the card side, the only thing I will really want to notice and talk about is that James Conner left with an injury. 15 carries, 117 touchdown, but that is something that could be a problem next week.
Very well could be, but hey, he did us a service.
He likely got you to at least to the dance now, you know.
He got me to the dance.
117. And by the way, this is the single matchup you want as a running back, right? He delivered too. 117 touchdown. We got 4 for 49. through the air. So, by the way, can I tell you what's crazy? That is the leader in receiving yards for the Cardinals, which I believe brings up Mike.
Stop
Yikes. Yikes.
All right, keep burying them, motherfuckers.
We turn the music off.
Keep burying them.
Mike, 4 for 39 though?
Keep burying them.
Well, I didn't bury him. James Conner did.
James Conner did bury him. Oh, they got to figure this shit out in the offseason.
You're playing Marv. On the other, if you're playing against him, Merry Christmas, right?
You're home alone.
Dude.
If you're playing Marv this week,
It's getting scary.
You're home alone.
And I want to talk about the fact that I made a fire hologram for this guy to start the season, and the end zone just doesn't exist. Like, literally, It's not a thing for Trey McBride.
So this is a crazy thing. Marv got 8 targets. Trey McBride had 4 targets. A game that went to fucking overtime. They threw the ball 32 times. Like, what are we doing? Who is this Petsing?
Barry? What the fuck are we doing here?
What the fuck are we doing here? In a division that could be had. It's a weak fucking division. The 49ers already eliminated from the fucking playoffs.
Doesn't matter.
The Cardinals
They
are
ain't doing it.
Nope. We good.
Not us. Not I.
We're going to get gaped by the Panthers.
Well,
You know what? And by the way, we're not going to scheme up a way to get our best players to fucking football.
Well, speaking of getting your best players to football, how about Olamide Zaccheaus?
Best ball, darling.
2 tugs,
God damn.
24 points in, I believe, regular PPR scoring. Mike.
Can I confidently say that anybody in the semifinals in a lineup league was not starting Olamide Zaccheaus today? Is that a fair statement?
I would hope so.
All right. There we are. This one hurt my soul, man. I
Did
was
he beat
keeping
you?
Track. No, he wasn't beating me, but I was keeping track. You know, Eagles fan, right? Keeping track of this game.
Oh, fair. Okay.
Jalen Hurts gets a concussion. Kenny Pickett comes in, tosses a touchdown. You know, Saquon Barkley's having himself a fucking half. You're like, oh, yeah. This fucker looks back in the bag. I drive home from family Christmas. It's an 1.5-hour drive. Don't even pay attention. You know, like this fucking thing's in the bag. I come home. I am mid-fucking workout. And my phone buzzes.
No.
And it's like the updated recap of like what happened in the fucking Commanders-Eagles game. And I went,
Well,
you
Mike,
got to be fucked. What the
what?
fuck?
You should be so happy. Look.
He lost it.
Look.
For fantasy, I'm ecstatic.
There he is.
Everyone has called me fucking crazy for taking him 101. He's the best rookie in this fucking class. How dare you, Mike? That's ridiculous. Eat shit.
Merry Christmas.
Well,
yourself.
hey, Mike, no. You got to pick one. And you're sad today because he beat the brakes off the Eagles defense.
He beat
5.
the fucking Eagles by himself using Olamide Zaccheaus.
He got further than LeBron did when LeBron did the Miami introduction. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5, Mike. Something as the Jordan truthers know that, but LeBron's not doing it.
Best
By the way,
jersey
Mike, that actually reminds me. I almost forgot to tell you this. Guess who I ran into today at Five Guys Burgers and Fries?
ever. Jayden Daniels?
No. We're talking about LeBron. Try one more guess.
Delonte West.
Romeo Travis.
Romeo Travis. There you go. There's
Romeo,
a name.
old teammate from LeBron's.
Old teammate.
Yeah. We rap for a little bit, you know?
Let's go.
Pretty good.
Chuba.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Drop it out here.
You know, he wants to hoop. I'm like, listen, man, my hoop days are over, but I'll come play with you. You know, I won't be mad. Speaking of good things, Mike, there's a graphic out there on the screen. Nick Ercolano and I. Shout out to Nick. I'll make sure to send this to him, okay? Nick is my Christmas gift. The gift that keeps on giving because Nick and I had a bet in the offseason. The offseason seems to be a long time, you know. Me and you, we do this too. We're just like kind of at odds ends because we have to have different opinions on some things. Saquon Barkley has now tied the NFL record 4 rushes of 60-plus for touchdowns in a season. You know what the best part is, Mike?
Every one of them won you a jersey.
You know what the best part is? We ain't done yet.
We got a few more weeks.
We got a couple weeks to see if we can win that thing, baby. Let's go. Saquon Barkley. Imagine thinking this guy was cooked in any way, shape, or form. The only thing cooked about Saquon Barkley is this graphic. Fire. Mike, I'm curious what your thoughts are, not just on the game, because I know you didn't watch as much of it as you normally would, but like Jalen Hurts is got to be the one person today that this has to absolutely kill you. I mean,
sick to your stomach.
This is one of those things that really does suck about fantasy football, right? Like, you start the correct person, they get injured early, and you're not allowed to swap them out, and you just get kind of boned. By the way, remember that Jalen Coker matchup I said gut lost? He played against Jalen Hurts and still couldn't get it done.
Still lost. Well, in one lineup league, right, you hate to see it in best ball leagues, too, if you had Jalen Hurts, but still, this kind of shit happens. This is why I love best ball to death. But one lineup league, I'm in the semis, Adam. I started Jalen Hurts. We're advancing. We're surviving advance. Now, here's the shitty part, though. For everybody that is in this situation, this exact same one, who started Jalen Hurts, but it's not going to kill him, not going to sink him. They play in the championship next week. Concussion, with the way the record is, do we even see Jalen Hurts next week? Like,
well,
now
I was just
going
to say,
in fucking jeopardy.
I was just going to say, there's a few things really to, in my opinion, note on this, okay? So, next week, who are they playing?
Dallas.
I mean, Mike, there's a few things to note. One, hopefully we'll have clarity by 4:25, but it is a 4:25 game. There's also a diabolical number of games well before Christmas or well before Sunday that make it like waiting on him really a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the last part? Do you think that the Eagles even need Jalen to beat the fucking Cowboys?
Well,
they could throw Kenny Smallhands back out there, you know?
I'm not going to go that far, man.
I will. The Cowboys are garbage. I will do it for you.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. At least Washington, who they're in the race with for the division. I think we can kind of, unless you see some wild shit here these last 2 weeks, you can throw the 1-seed pipe dream out the window with the way the fucking Lions are playing. Minnesota getting another win also sucks. So they got 2 weeks essentially just to lock up the division, secure their seed,
correct.
Secure themselves as like a 2-seed. Damn. At least the Commanders game is a late one? Yeah. Yes, next Sunday night. They play Falcons.
They play Falcons, correct. Yep.
Oh, man.
They can barely hold the ball, but dude, you're going to have a hard time waiting on Jalen Hurts. You're going to have a hard time waiting on Jalen Hurts this week, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm fucking 50-50 on this one. Here's what you do. Kenny Pickett is probably on fucking waivers. So
can you go trade for him for a fifth?
Yeah. If you don't got a trade deadline, go trade for Kenny Pickett.
I mean, honestly, would you take a fifth for Pickett right now? I know you're a big Pickett guy. Okay.
Probably.
There you go. If Michael take a fifth, can I tell you one thing that's crazy, Mike? I was almost so mad. So I'm waiting on this offer I sent for Chase Brown, which I think would have gotten it done. The manager just, because he's out of the playoffs, has not checked. And I'm like, nah. If I end up losing because this person hasn't seen their phone because they're out of it, when everyone else is buying and I can't get Chase Brown, save me. Save me the time and trouble, Chase Brown this week.
Save me the time and trouble.
No. Speaking of time and trouble, how about, Mike, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Mason
Rudolph, can I tell you one thing? We're going to get Mason Rudolph a ring, okay? He made the lineup in the shit league, which for those of you that, when I put him on Overcooked, what's this all about? Wins by over 100 with Mason Rudolph in the lineup. I mean, let's go.
Look at you go.
Mason Rudolph, though, Mike, I mean, listen, that game was – the Colts were destroying them, and then all of a sudden, Mason Rudolph got the ball with a chance to tie the game at the end. Like, how did that happen? Crazy.
Here we go. He's the white Jameis Winston.
Fizz, I pray
just
you're
let
not
him
here.
cook.
Fizz, I pray you're not here. This is
the white Jameis Winston.
Don't let him talk to you like that.
He's the Caucasian answer.
Here's a gift again.
White hope.
Listen, Tajay Spears, Mike.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Tajay Spears? 2 touchdowns? Dude, I don't even have a hologram with him on the right number. This is like last year's hologram, you know?
We thought last week was an aberration. Watch me do almost nothing this week but fall in the end zone twice.
Hopefully, though, like there are quarterback problems. And Levis, you can't see him, but there he is.
Come on, man.
It's tough. It's tough. You know, it's tough.
It's over. It's over.
Well, yeah, it's just letting you know, like, dude, Levis is one of those guys, though, right? He had second-round draft capital, not first round, and it's like you probably were at a certain point. The cost got so low that you made the right play by just trying to see it out. But there's not value left now, right? Like they're going to pivot. He's now going to become in probably a Pickett range, a Pickett plus range, right? He's just done
Mac
for
Jones.
you. Mac Jones, there you go, something like that, right? It's just the truth of the matter.
Best case scenario. Yep.
Because guess what? I mean, Calvin Ridley was, freed a little bit for Mason Rudolph, I mean,
somewhat relevant.
Chig, Mike, he does not have a graphic. I want to let people know that we're telling me this guy is him in 2022 after the season, Mike. People were telling me he's him. Chig Okonkwo to the moon. The first week that he's even deserved a hologram, and just because of that, no, I won't allow it. You don't get one.
Well, a couple weeks ago, he was up here. He was up. He had a hell of a week.
He did.
It's like only 2 in the last 2 years, but
he got beat. Listen, Westbrook and Kine was a bigger thing than Chig, okay? So go fuck yourself.
He deserved a hologram. Chig Okonkwo, tight end 2 on the week. Let's go, Chiggy.
That's fair. Mike, you want to talk about a gift? The singular best gift. Jonathan Taylor goes back to like the game versus Jacksonville a few years back. Remember that? Where he just absolutely won teams the week. It didn't matter. Like right now, I would venture to say this because this week overall had some blow-ups, but I just want to put in perspective, okay? 6-point passing touchdown this is, Mike. 6-point passing touchdown. I'm going to refresh just to make sure that I give you the correct, all right? I think there's a total of 6 people, including QBs, that were 30 on the week. Mm-hmm. This guy's 40.
40.
Plus. Mike, this is a literal Merry Christmas. Because if you made it there with him on the roster, it wasn't because of him. However, now you're
after last week too, especially when you saw how many people were so upset about that fumble.
Right.
Just dropping the ball at the one.
Did you know how bad it bothered him? He even talked about it post game. He said, I wasn't going to let that happen again.
He's like, I got this. Stick with me.
Buddy.
Hop on my back,
what an absolute menace this guy was this week, huh?
Well, see, in the league that I started and lost Jalen Hurts right away to a concussion, Jonathan Taylor was like, don't worry, Mike. I got you.
There was actually
there was 49 in this league.
There was one player, though, Mike. There was one player. Let me correct myself. There was one player that beat him. Don't let me disrespect J-Day, okay? Don't let me disrespect J-Day.
6-point passing touchdown with 5 passing touchdowns. I would imagine he's
J-Day.
He's got 30 just off tutties.
I was looking at flex. Forgive me. When we bring in super flex, J-Day to the moon, all right? And for that, I apologize. I will not apologize, though, Mike, for the fact that I told you we shouldn't have this fucking hologram. I told you.
Come on, it was fun. It was fun for a while.
It was cool. It was fun. It was breath of fresh air, all that type of stuff. It was fun, but it wasn't real.
He's never going to not be Antoine to me now.
That's fair.
He earned it. He earned it back this year. He'll have it forever.
I will say, though, he made, when I say he, I'm talking JT, he made everything that wasn't a Rich irrelevant in this game. But, Mike, I know people are going to hate this, and I really don't care.
How?
23.2. 23.2. He was not top 12. He was 14. Okay. All right. I'll allow it. I'll allow your hate.
Burger.
But you go over 20 with Anthony Richardson at this point, ahead of Drake May, ahead of C.J. Stroud, ahead of Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, Josh Allen, which we'll get to.
The white Jameis Winston, he beat him out.
Thank you. DTR? I'm just kidding, but
DTR? Drew Lock?
yeah, that's a Kenny Pickett, Jalen Hurts.
You're not gonna be mad about a fucking 20 burger from a quarterback in the semis, and he did it on 7 completed passes.
Listen, I'm worried and proud all at once. You know, it's
I am. Yeah, you should be. You should be worried about his progression as a passer. But the fact he's out here, he's leading his team to fucking victories. They understand that how they're going to win right now with Anthony
Timothy. You
Richardson
shut your beard. You shut your beard when you're talking to me.
They understand with how his progression is as a passer right now. They need to be a running team, and they need to focus him and Jonathan Taylor. And they went out and executed and fucking did it. Now,
that's fair.
What happens in the offseason? What happens in the early part of next season? If he's not making any strides as a passer, you guys want to start fucking hitting the eject panic button? You're well within your rights.
Fine.
But right now,
can I say
okay,
today?
Palatable.
Let me just say today, there was the pick, but it was terrible coverage. He threw it first down to Michael Pittman when he needed it. He only threw the ball 11 times. I mean, it was 7 for 11. That's arguably his best completion percentage in the game.
For sure. That's a great completion percentage.
I mean,
the haters are going to hate
There's
that
been
one. Look at
worse.
that completion
There's
percentage.
been worse, all right? That's all I will give you. To be fair, Mike, the game prior, asking A-Rich in a win or a loss to throw 38 times is just
asking for trouble.
Stop it. Mike, I'm so sorry. I'm so not sorry. I am so not sorry.
Fuck it.
Because guess why? You'll see.
Michael Pittman? No. Oh, this fucking guy.
You know, can I tell you one of the nice things, though, is when I don't have to change a graphic. And the fact that he cost me literally 3 times. Mike, I looked every time he was in my lineup, whether that was because best ball he made it, which is almost impossible, or lineup I started him. Dude, Cooper Kupp kills you. Cooper Kupp has actually killed teams in the playoffs because it's 2 weeks in a row. So if you had a bye with him, now you're cooked. Like, damn it. How did this happen?
I'm giving him 2 friends.
No. I'm giving him
Matt
none.
Stafford and Puka Nacua. You can fucking join them. Fuck the Rams, other than Kyler Williams at this point. You guys.
Mike, 3 for 24 off of a 0. Can I tell you, I really believed I was ready to make the fire graphic. Like, okay, hey, listen, Cooper's coming off a 0 game. Like, you saw A.J. Brown. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Like, I'm thinking, let's go ahead and get this kid what he needs, right? I mean, Mike, damn it, Mike. It hurts my soul, buddy. It really does. I mean, this guy and that guy are like the same thing, you know?
It's terrible. Terrible. Puka also fucking disappointed me today. Just 13, bro. 13.
I mean, okay, but listen. Puka gets a regular hologram, no blow up. It was pedestrian.
13, bro. Matt Stafford.
Hold on.
You fucking suck.
I just want to. 13 is a fine game for anyone. That's the thing about Puka's now gotten to this point of like, we should put him in we should just go ahead and put him in Justin Jefferson tier. Because if we're mad about 13, right?
He should be. He doesn't deserve tier 1. He doesn't even deserve close to tier 1. Fuck you.
But the only people that we're mad about 13 from is Jefferson and Chase and those guys. So
exactly.
But that's why Puka should be in that tier at least. If you're going to be mad at him, put him at the creme de la creme, homie. Top shelf, you know? Here.
Jefferson came through. This guy's a bum. Get him off my team. He joined Cooper Kupp in oblivion.
Jameis Winston was as relevant as all the Rams were today. Okay? Other than Kyron.
Kyron out here just carrying.
Let me give Kyron. Mike, I'm curious. I know you're still going to win because you roster construct. You do the right things, okay? But damn it, I feel like you're ice cold right now with a lot of takes right now happening. Right? Kyron, Jacobs. We're all. I mean, not that I'm not either, but Jacobs, Kyron. Like, come on, damn it, everything's going wrong.
No one's going to acknowledge the fact, though. My Joe Mixon fade. Shout out to you, Johnny, in the offseason where you fucking lost your mind.
Joe Mixon gave me a shot, a real shot.
He gave you a shot right up into the playoffs. And then just
no, I was gonna say he gave me a shot in the. He gave me a shot in the sphincter. You know, he killed me. Damn it, Mike. Why'd you have to go showing off like that?
The Kyron one sucked though. Like I faded the piss out of this man. I was like, Blake Corum will have the backfield by then. No.
I wish I would have gotten. I should have made a Morgan Freeman quote of Mike. This is my favorite thing now. Adam just likes all the Rams receivers. Or I'm sorry, Rams running backs. We're just gonna do this every year. Damn right, we're gonna do this every year. Yeah, I got it right this time.
Hey, listen, I'll always hold one over you, right? My Jayden Daniels 101 thing was a little hot takey for you. You had to argue with me about you should take receiver, yada yada. Fuck,
of course.
You pay me. Fuck you, baby. Malik Neighbors, get him the fuck out of here.
I like that.
Mike, get him the fuck out of here.
I like that. Mike thought he had one just sitting there. I made him pull that out for the first time because I know he's been sitting on that. And the best part is, it's so early, and Malik Neighbors is not dead compared to J-Day yet because
get him the fuck out
of Drew Lock. I like when people victory lap before they get in the end zone. I'm gonna poke that ball out, my friend.
One of these
Kyron. Look at Kyron versus Cup though. Just think about trying to go to J-Day when we're talking about the Rams. Look at this guy. You know,
because the Rams fucking suck. Other than Kyron, apparently.
Well, that's a big deal for people that are trying to get to the offs into the championship.
Remember that trade we had yesterday about Colby Parkinson? What did he do today?
What that ass
Zero.
do? What that ass do?
Nothing.
I mean, but he was here. You know what, Mike? Can I tell you though? Just because you besmirched the name, stop acting like I don't have this. All right, don't act like I don't have this ready to queue up. All right,
Colby Parkinson.
Don't act like I won't go there. I will.
Did you put that down with your Garrett Wilson hologram?
No, but you want me to go there? I can do it.
We can go. We talk about it. You know.
I mean,
points. Yeah.
He hurt me. It was mid though. Honestly, like let's not act like he was.
He's no Devontae Adams.
Well, I was gonna say he's not.
He's no Tay-Tay.
He's on fire.
I mean,
he's no Tay-Tay.
Can I tell you what's Tay-Tay? You know what's out? You know what's over? Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, he fucking sucks.
It's over.
It's gonna be the best and worst Netflix documentary I've ever seen.
Mike, can I tell you? I hate to tell you this. You traded for Aaron Rodgers in that league, best balls, right? With me.
Yeah.
And the person I wanted him to give me, because they were literally like the two worst seconds in that league, and I was like, give me a different second. And I'm in, you know. Mm. And then he like didn't have anything else. It never came to fruition. He was sitting and waiting for a long time to tell me what could have been, and I just happily said R.I.P. You know, because his team's not in it.
We're good, man.
Rodgers is cooked.
What
of course you'll mentor somebody. Get out of here. Get him off the screen.
You might be mentoring.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we want you mentoring anyone. Okay, how about that?
Please don't.
Breece Hall, Mike. Imagine last year thinking that Breece Hall was cooked, and here we are.
So you're saying again he's cooked?
I don't know what to do with Breece Hall. Honestly, I'm just like
no one does.
14 for 52 is just the limpest of limp. It's just
the Jets don't know what to do with Breece Hall.
No one does. There's not a person out there that knows what to do with Breece Hall.
Probably any of the other 31 teams.
Can I tell you
Breece Hall the football?
Can I tell you what I do? And I will. Your sphincter and everyone else's. Braylon Allen. Come on, give me a break.
2 for 5.
That's pretty good. Not quite as good as this guy. Jackson, Ohio State and Jigba.
You know, it felt like we were a little bit.
Him.
It felt like we were a little bit, ahead of the curve. Talking about like Adam, is JSN the number one on this motherfucking team now?
We put liquid glue on a bee, and JSN didn't die. You know,
we told people in the offseason not to panic on this guy.
No,
right? Well, don't panic on him. Shane Waldron fucking sucks.
Mike, I can tell you with factual statements, I didn't trade a single share, and I added 2 more.
I had him.
How's
on
that,
to-
suckers? How's
Now,
that, suckers?
No, my only miss on this situation is I thought he would always be like the 1B to DK's 1A.
Sure.
He's the 1, DK's the 2. Clear as day. Clear as fucking day. DK has become the number 2 receiver of this. There's no 1A, 1B situation. There's a 1. He wears 2 of them on his chest.
Yeah.
He's got a jersey hanging up right behind me. Signed, motherfuckers.
JSN. Motherfuckers. Welcome to the show. You know what's pretty cool, though? Like, you know what's pretty cool? Is when DK catches an outrageous touchdown early, and we still get a JSN blow-up, baby. Come on now.
We still lead the Seahawks game by
Come on now. Come on now. Don't play.
Damn. Whoa. Holy shit, man.
Stop playing with my name.
Stop playing with JSN. But DK, good number 2 wide receiver. He's going to be a nice value this offseason.
Can I tell you, Mike, I traded for a tight end and no offense, still made my lineup. That's how bad my tight ends are.
Yeah. 3 for 50, though. That's all you
Mike,
need, man. AJ
tell me
Barber
this.
gets a touchdown.
Tell me this. I know I didn't give him a blow up. I wasn't going to do that. That's egregious. I get it. Tell me that 3 for 50 is not the A-Warp tight end life.
Oh.
Because it's exactly the A-Warp tight end life.
It is the A-Warp tight end life.
So don't you go doing that.
I mean, how about this fucking Zach Charbonnet fella?
Hey, D-Walk. Thank you for walking with us. And
Hey,
being the
appreciate you,
truthful
boss.
one, you know? Being truthful about it.
Tell him.
It's okay. It's okay.
This Charbonnet thing too. I saw the pregame report about how he was going to be named team captain and announced as a starter. And then let me check my notes here. 1 carry for -1 yard.
Mike, can I tell you, I'm doing this because I have it and because I think it's really awesome.
Pow! It's 1 for -1.
Dude,
That's pretty
listen,
good, ain't it?
Mike, I put him low in my rankings, but not low enough. To put him lower than like 35 felt horrible, and I was in my heart, I was like, I think I should, you know? But to be fair, that was to the point where all those other guys are getting 5 carries or 6, 7, 8 carries apiece too, you know? But listen, man, this is a one-man band. A one-man band, and I hate to tell you.
It is.
I hate to tell you, but we told you. I hate to tell you, but we
Tried.
told you.
We tried. Even though he only got 8 for 34.
He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. Let's call
didn't
it.
do-
There's no blow up.
fucking-
There's no blow up, Mike. Okay. There's no
8
blow up.
fucking catches, Adam. 8 catches.
Is 8 catch a career high for Kenneth Walker?
He's got to be close, man. He's out here with that Giovanni Bernard stat line.
If it's not, it was just a random.
Look at him.
Look at the changing of the colors, the changing of the guard. You know, it's like, hey, hand it over. It's Kenneth Walker's keys. Like, it kind of reminds me, Mike, if you were like without Pops. Like, let's say Pops is out of town, right? You got his car while he's gone. You're kind of cruising, thinking everything's good. You're whipping the wheel, you know, and all of a sudden, give me the keys back, bitch. Like, it's my show.
This is mine.
This is my
mine.
car.
mine.
He's honestly, he didn't do that much today, but all those in PPR, all those catches really helped you. Mike, this has now become the question of all questions. Does Sam Darnold become the quarterback for the Vikings next season?
If it's like the Canadian Football League team called the Vikings, yeah.
Is Sam Darnold the quarterback in Minnesota to start the season off next year?
No. Still no.
246, 3 touchdowns, a win in Seattle, 13-2.
Still no. Nope.
All right. Okay. I don't make the answers. I just make the questions.
Appreciate you.
And here's Aaron Jones.
Okay. Here's Aaron Jones. Still mid.
Somebody, I forget who it was. I think it wasn't Blitz. Somebody asked multiple times, should I trade? Oh, it was Christian. Christian was like, hey, should I trade for Aaron Jones, like right before the game started? I refused to answer the question because I knew in my heart I wanted to do it, and I knew to tell him no. So I just said no. I just said no, I'm not answering the question. Hopefully you didn't do it, Christian. Hopefully you didn't do it.
No, we good.
But Mike, here's the thing, buddy. Everybody eats, B. Everybody mother-sucking eats.
It looks like this guy's pretty good at football.
Is this
Crazy.
a league winner that cost you every penny?
Literally had to pay for every bit of it. Yeah. What a game from him, man. 36.4. So I'm pretty sure, Adam, I haven't checked, but it looked like it was kind of a long shot. You and me are squaring off in rusty tromboners, man. And it looked like it was kind of a long shot for me to get the dub anyways. Like, it wasn't looking good, but
dude, you're right there now.
I was kind of looking.
Oh, you still got Cooper, CD. You still got all these guys.
Nah. But anyways, you got Justin Jefferson in that league, my friend. And
That's true.
When I looked, I was like, well, he's only got like 8
just
points.
don't you go jinxing me, all right? I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that.
Jinxing the shit out of you. Fuck you, boy.
I had Jefferson and Taylor, and if I lose, I had Jefferson, Taylor, and Daniels, Mike. If I lose to you, and Saquon, if I lose to you, I will, and I hope everyone hears me. I will quit. I leave. It's over. All right, you guys can do the show. I quit. I lose. If I lose, Mike, if I lose with Brian Thomas, Justin Jefferson, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, and Jayden Daniels to you, I promise you one thing. You get every piece of this show that you want by yourself, damn it, because I am out. I quit.
I'm down. I'm down by 30. You got Mike Evans. I got
Mike Evans is nothing to worry about. We'd rather have Cooper Kupp. Come on.
Oh, God. I hope the fantasy god smiles on me.
He who laughs loudest laughs last.
CD and Cooper Rush are going for like 90 tonight combined. Fuck you.
Mike, I know you don't even. You yourself don't even want that. So don't you dare. Mike, you personally don't even want that. So don't you. No, I won't allow it.
I want to see it happen.
It's not a blow-up game, truthfully. But listen, man, Drake May just looks the part, brother. I hate to tell you all this. I said to start the year that I would sacrifice this man, and I apologize to the Drake Mays. I apologize to the Drake May truthers. I apologize to. I don't apologize to me because I'm the only one that took. I didn't actually do that much, but I did trade away 2 shares, Mike, and I don't even want to go look at the trades. They weren't that bad, but I know they weren't good because it's not Drake May. It's not Drake May, man. Drake May. I'll just say this about Drake May. I'm going to put this on record right now. If we get him weapons, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to sign.
You ready to rock?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to eat. Dude, he looks good, bro. Just, I want people in the berries of the world, especially DB. Listen, if I'm apologizing, I need yours in writing. I need yours in blood. You know what? Here, I know you're here, DB. I know you're here, motherfucker. This dude looks. He looks the part to take the step into, I'll call it top 12s, right? I think, like, it's a projection. We still need a lot to happen, but if you can get him a weapon at least, like a true one, can we get him T? Can we get him something? Drake May is the guy that's ready to carry some squads with him, man. I really believe that. He looks fantastic.
Dude, way back when, sure we got the receipt somewhere. I mean, I'm talking like 2 years ago, Adam, when we're looking ahead at draft classes. I said Drake May was the best quarterback in this class.
Mike, to be fair, Mike has always liked the Carolina quarterbacks. When we first met, Sam Darnold was the avatar, or Sam Howell. Sam
Howell.
Well, I'm ready to put Sam Darnold up the sphincter, but yeah, it was Sam Howell. However, Drake May is him. Let's not give this guy any grief at all. Mike, Hunter Henry, what are your thoughts? A-Warp tight end life?
A-Warp tight end life. Just pays off, man. Gets a touchdown. Just solid. Just solid. That's it's about the only solid weapon they have on that whole team.
I just want people to realize when I said that Noah Fant was 50 yards, Mike, Hunter Henry's tight end 7, 39. Just got in the end zone.
39 yards. Fuck them tight ends, man.
Mike,
Chigakonkwo was tight end too. That should have told you everything you need to know about tight ends.
I just want people to like understand when I tell you to sell Brock Bowers, who like, okay, tight end 1 on the week, blase. Buddy, literally getting yourself 43 yards of Sam Laporta. Almost all of it was on a garbage play. Hunter Henry, 39 yards. Like, these guys are top 5, 6, 7 tight ends on the week.
Yep. I love, too, they're putting up the graphic of Brock Bowers breaking Kyle Pitts' record and now chasing Ditka's receiving yardage record for tight ends in the rookie season.
Yeah.
And I just think back to the last couple of years, right? Sam Laporta balled out of his fucking mind, had a great year last year. Mm-hmm. Now we're making fun of them because they have to drop stumble fumbles. Man, he's talking about like they gotta like actively drop trick plays to get Sam Laporta touchdowns. Kyle Pitts can't fucking catch basic touchdown passes. Like, this is the tight end life, man. It's the tight end life. Just get you some Hunter Henrys in your life, boy. That's all you need.
Thanks, Debo. You didn't help anybody.
Didn't help anybody.
I'm not even giving you a gift. Nobody made it with you. Nobody. Nobody. You did. Most people didn't make it to the playoffs because of you. Playoffs. This guy decides to get all angry and go crazy for what?
Yep.
Honestly, Mike, this kind of hurts. Like the fact that it was Debo. I'm not saying people didn't play him, but there's just no way they were in the relevant games.
That's true, man. This whole San Francisco 49ers team, you love to see it, man.
Buddy, the fact remains today, right? The only player that was relevant in San Fran was Debo, and the amount of teams he mattered for is just so minuscule, right?
Kittle went 8 for 100.
Okay, but Kittle's been him the whole time. So like,
okay.
What I'm saying is, Kittle got you there. He did what he's supposed to do, right, brother? Like, I don't know. Brock Purdy wasn't bad, 26.1, but like, Juwan Jennings 9 points, Pearsall nothing. The fact that Pearsall's the next person I named just shows that there's no one else that mattered on this team, right? Like, it was Debo, it was Kittle, it was Brock.
6, 7, 8, 9. QB 10.
That's really not that bad. I won't freeze him. I wouldn't.
No.
I wanted to, but I can't. Nope.
I love to see it, right? Fantasy wise, he was fine. Good for you. QB 10.
Sure.
Not the worst, not the best. It was a fine week from him. Sure, he helped a lot of people make championship just by being decent. That's all he had to do.
Speaking of decent,
I just revel in the fact this motherfucker is leading a 9-loss 49ers team that is eliminated from the playoffs before the game even started, and then got eliminated just twice when the fucking woeful Dolphins
Mike
beat their ass. Feels
dude,
good, man.
Devon Achane. Can I tell you, Devon Achane has been absolutely electric this season, right? He's currently running back 7 while playing with a span of terrible Dolphins, okay? Mike, I got a stat for you. This is the first game. The home run hitting. League-leading, outrageously high-scoring, upside player. Devon Achane rushes for over 100 yards.
He did it, man. He did
Dude,
it. Still got a
Mike, think about this.
70 yards, too.
But think about this. That's the first time he went over 100, and he's a top 10 running back. If you told somebody that he's only going to rush for 100 yards one time, and it's going to be week 16, before this season started, everyone tells you Devon Achane was a massive bust. Not so fast, my friend.
We collectively, through this season, want to talk about Christmas gifts. You gave people the gift, draft Devon Achane.
Yep.
I gave people the gift of telling them it was a bad process play, but just maybe
you
should trade first for Saquon Barkley. Just maybe you should also consider trading a late first for one Derrick Henry. And if you want to add to this, there's this guy named Alvin Kamara. He's not so bad in the 11th, 12th round of your Dynasty startup. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're like elves.
Is that good?
We assist Santa, but we give out some of the best fucking gifts. All right? Let's go. Achane, man. You are all aboard Devon Achane. Train, and it's paid off massively. And then here we are in the semis, Adam. Not only did he get you here, he also helped you win the week.
Damn it.
Just got to finish strong.
One more
week, Achane. That's all we need. One more week. And they're fighting for their playoff lives. The Dolphins can still make the fucking playoffs.
That was what I was going to say. The fact that the Dolphins can even make it, Mike, what in the actual world?
I think if what the fuck were they saying? Dolphins got to win out, which is against the Browns and the Jets. So
sign me up. Those signed, sealed, and delivered. Done.
I think they need a loss from the Broncos yet. I thought
Buddy,
that was it.
This is the last thing and the only thing I'll touch on. We can go watch for the finals or semis here, right? But listen, man. Like, no matter where he's at, he could be abysmal. This dude just keeps producing and producing and producing. with slow starts, looking terrible. Like,
looks like dog shit.
Brother, I'm in a matchup where I had him, okay? And I'm like, he's got 1 point. I'm so cooked. And it was almost halftime. The guy finishes. I want people to understand this, okay? As a 11th overall player in Superflex.
Damn. With Mac Jones.
Who? Mac Jones. Buddy, the rest of it I don't care about. The Raiders, we can just, it's over. Right. And by the way, in case you didn't realize this, I put Drake May up, and I didn't even put a bill up. James Cook was awesome, but the fact that Josh Allen played the way he did today, not ideal.
Not ideal in the semis.
Right. Well, because you're like, all right, I'm ready. Like, I got my bye week. Couldn't you done that? Couldn't you done? Yeah. What's the story? Do we have an update?
Don't know. He went back and he tossed a couple nice passes. Got the dub, but he was shaking that hand pretty feverishly.
Yeah, he
you know
was.
What I mean?
Yep, sure.
Man, Dewey's big mad. Dewey's big mad about the victory lap for the same 3 players every show. I mean, sorry, Dewey. Sucks to be you that you don't have enough Jayden Daniels.
Which player
or
would you like us to victory lap instead,
or Derrick
not?
Henry,
or which one do you want, Dewey? Which one do you want talking about more?
Brian Thomas Jr.
I want to know what he wants more what he wants different from us. We're talking about recaps.
Anthony Richardson.
Which one do you want to hear about, Dewey? I'll give you the negative. You tell me who you want to hear from. Okay.
Terry McLaurin.
Sounds like it's not me that you want to hear from, but who
Jalen
do you want to hear about?
Josh Allen. James Cook.
BTJ or JSN weekly question? I mean, dude, it's a toss-up now.
Lamar Jackson.
JSN. But it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. I'm sorry. BTJ looks great, man. What do you want from me?
And mad. Big mad.
DB tried to. Don't you act like you weren't a May hater. I love you, DB. Damn it, I love you.
Fuck, I've already been there months ago.
Look.
November.
He's already happy. He's already lowercased. I was getting worried that we might see some Cam Newton
so
script.
He's back.
I was getting worried Dewey was going to give us some Cam Newton script, like
Let's go.
Not the caps, but the like crazy, goofy Spanish letters or whatever, you know?
Adam, I got to ask you, though. Probably one of the only people who was like big on like selling Brian Thomas Jr. How much do you regret that?
Not.
You don't? You still?
Nah. Because can I tell you why? Buddy, I cashed out early for rewards. Like, I still am not mad about a single trade that I made BTJ for.
Okay.
Now, I will say what I said on the video, and if you guys did what I told you to on the video, which was tank in a second, for that I apologize.
The tank paid off until he snapped his knee in half.
Dude, that looked really bad. This late in the year, that is horrific.
That was not fun to see.
Dude, we said the Caps were wild, not going to lie.
Caps were okay. So
and DB says I've repented, though. Fair.
Right,
okay, DB, I'll allow it. I love you.
Repented. All right, Brian Thomas Jr. and Nico Collins. Who are you taking?
One more time? Sorry, I was reading DB's.
BTJ repentance. Or Nico Collins?
Nico, don't do this. Don't you go crazy on me.
It's gonna be a question.
No, Beard. Damn it, Beard. You shut your beard when you're talking to me. You listen. I'm sorry. It's not. I couldn't hear you. I think you still have Malik Neighbor's dick in your mouth.
Man, Adam's still out here talking about Malik 13-point neighbors.
Yes, he's got Mike's favorite Drew Lock in there. Come on.
Malik 13-point neighbors. Goddamn.
If you think that Malik Neighbors is not wide receiver 1 in this class, there's only one problem you have, and that's you're a hater.
You know what his problem is? And the same thing for Nico.
That you hate him.
For Puka. No, it's the same thing for Puka. Like, this is what their problem is. They don't have 3 letters in their nickname. They're not JSN or BTJ.
Leak.
Leak.
Everybody that thinks it's not Malik is leaking. They're leaking. Their brains, their guts is all leaking.
Oh, man. BTJ is fucking awesome, though. I love it.
Listen, BTJ is awesome. And you know what's crazy is you should still sell. Do yourself
Still?
a favor. Oh, yes. God, yes, Mike.
Dude, he's
Are you
going
kidding?
higher than wide receiver 8.
Good. Let him. You know what happens?
He's going higher.
You know what happens with these guys, right? You know there's a thing called gravity. You know, it eventually.
I'm just saying.
I love BTJ, actually. The worst part about this is I said on that video that I did in the beginning of the season, I love the prospect and I'm excited for him. I think he'd become a complete receiver. But guess what happens? Y'all ruined it. You ruined it. Every one of you. BTJ to wide receiver 5. You ruined it, damn it.
Studs.
Leak!
Studs.
Leak!
All right.
All right, listen, guys. Christmas. Love you guys. This wasn't a crazy one, but guess what? Here's the thing. I wanted to give a little bit of minimal graphics today just because
Christmas.
AMA is actually on Christmas. And, Mike, we get 2 games during Christmas. So we will have a recap of 2 games, followed by an AMA on Christmas Day. Brian has already been in the lab with me, and we have some exciting things coming. AMA Christmas Day on the 25th, Wednesday, 9:30. Don't be late.
A quick shout out too for the people making their championships. Just because there are Christmas Day games, keep this in mind during your waivers. If your league is just waiver periods, every single day, be mindful because a lot of times I do this as well, Adam. If you miss the initial waiver run, you're like, don't worry, I'll get it back the following day. Well, when waivers run Wednesday morning, if it was a dude you're trying to pick up that plays in one of them Christmas Day games, you ain't getting that opportunity in week 17. So be mindful of it and make sure you bid accordingly. Ensure that dude's playing on Wednesday, you get that fucking waiver bid in. You're going to need it. We don't want to see anybody lose a championship.
Listen, guys, the trade show is out. The trade show never stops as long as you guys never stop.
What the fuck?
I will say, I was disappointed. Man, you know how you're talking about all these trade offers coming in? You're not wrong. It's just I watched completed trades, and the amount of offers that came to me that were worth countering.
Considering. Dog
Buddy,
shit.
Mike.
Yes.
I'll be honest with you. If I survived some of these playoffs, dude, I made one trade this week. I was heartbroken by some of the offers I was given. And especially because...
I made?
Two.
Okay.
I almost forgot about that one.
All right. Hopefully
Two trades. Well, that'll be next week's starter for the record. And by the way, if you want to be on the trade show, patreon.com/South Harmon. If you have the deadline off, you can still trade going into next week. Put it in there, and you will have your chance to definitely make the show. Mike, that is a show, though, today. We're out of here. We love you. We'll see you back on AMA.
Let's
see you
go
back for the trade show.
Rush 90. Piss
and
Mike off.
Mike is going to hate the Cowboys and the Eagles in the same week today. We love you. We'll see you back here, same time, same place. Rusty tromboners to the moon.
Fuck you.